Hey, Kylie here. We have a new workflow trigger that I'm very excited about. It's also a wait step action, so not just a trigger. But we're going to come in here, kind of start from scratch in a workflow, and we're going to look for our brand new trigger, which is user replied. Okay, so very important. User replied means a high level account user replied. So for this account, it would be me, it would be Sammy, it would be any of our team members that are users inside the account. It does not mean contact replied. Very important to understand the differentiation between those two. User replied is going to be incredibly helpful for doing things like taking your people out of workflows when someone is manually conversating with them. It's also going to be really nice to kick off internal operations or processes. If, for example, you're waiting on someone to respond, maybe you have to set tasks or do other things automatically, we can now do that with this option. So, user replied, we can filter by, as usual, a good bit of items. So we can decide if they have a tag, if it has attachments, message body, message channel, let's say, is any of email or text. And replied by, I'm hoping, specific users. And then you can, is any of, and we're going to pick Kylie or Sammy. Perfect. So what this is saying is that if Sammy or I respond to someone via email or text, this workflow is going to trigger. But if anyone else in the account responds, it's not going to trigger this. Sorry, I gotta move this little majigger somehow. Okay, close, save trigger. Okay, so maybe then our next step would be something like remove from workflow. Let's do all workflows. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then I can't even think of what else we might do here. But what I also want to show you is that let's say we're onboarding. So we have a client that's onboarding. They went ahead and signed their contract, they paid their invoice, and then they booked their onboarding call. Inside of the onboarding call workflow, we ask them, hey, please respond with the word confirm to actually lock in your appointment. And so what we're going to do in this step, we're going to wait for them to confirm. But then we also, when they do confirm, want to wait for Sammy and I to respond and let them know, hey, these are all the things we need you to bring to the call before they're getting barraged with reminders. And then we also have to add a notification for us. So right here, I want to show you what this would actually look like because I just kind of butchered that explanation. Okay, so let's say form is, I'm just picking kind of random things here. So once their form is submitted, let's assume they booked a call, this, that, the other. We're going to send them a text. Just say, hey, go ahead and respond with yes to confirm. Then we would do a wait until contact replies to this. Timeout is going to be 1 day. So if they respond, cool, they're going this way. If they don't respond after 1 day, we'd go ahead and send them another one. On this side, what we're going to do is say, okay, they went ahead and responded. So now I need a task. And what I'm going to do is say, hey, Sammy and Kylie, send text with what may. Okay, I'm going to add this task. Whoops. Due date 1. Assigned to me. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So what's going to happen? They'll book. They'll get a confirmation. When they respond to that confirmation, then it's going to add a task for me to go ahead and reach out to them directly. And then what we're going to do is another wait step. And this time we're going to select wait until a user replies. via SMS. I'm going to put any user, but I could filter and say me. Save the action. And then we can go ahead and let's say we're going to send them reminder right here. But I just wanted you to be able to see like the difference between wait until a contact replies versus wait until a user replies. Contact waits for the actual contact to respond versus exact same setup. It's just waiting for me or a team member from our HighLevel account to actually respond to that person. That was a very long-winded way of getting there, but I wanted you to kind of see it in practice and how that would actually look. So if you have questions, please let us know. Again, this is going to be really, really useful for even just being able to pull people out of things when someone is manually kind of taking over that point of conversation. So if you have questions, let us know. I'll see you in the next one. Kylie here again. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, we would really appreciate if you liked and subscribed because we do post new content all the time on new features that HighLevel has, feature deep dives, as well as how-tos based on requests from our audience. If you have questions or want a specific video made, please put them in the comments. We do reply and we will take video requests as we see them. And if you want to actually access our full vault of HighLevel how-to videos, deep dives, Q&As, etc., and have a monthly troubleshooting call live with us, make sure you check out the link for Hacking HighLevel below. And if you want a more customized version of HighLevel, we actually own ServiceFox as well, which is our specific solution for contractors and local service providers inside of the HighLevel format with some custom options that we dropped in there to make it easier than ever to run your local service business. We'll see you in the next one.